Today my plan is to finish the exhaust header. Then I have a dry sump system for this engine in mind. And there's a hidden part inside this piece of aluminum, which will be the most important part to mount this Toyan engine to this RC car. So let's get it on. For the exhaust header, I'm not sure if I'm going to weld this completely, or if I'm going to use another method without putting too much heat in there. So I think I'm going to tack weld this after grinding. Obviously, I'm going to tack weld this inside. Yeah, I'm going to take care of this first, weld it, and see if this is possible to press. But it's still stainless steel, so it's moving kind of everywhere because of the heat. In the meantime, I also ordered this welding helmet. Yeah, and who would have guessed it? It's so much easier and nicer to achieve nice welds. So yeah, hopefully this will improve my welding skills. First round of welding, you see I missed a little bit, so I still need to fill this up to get it really smooth and like a one-piece look afterwards. Should be okay, but I'm not completely satisfied with this area, and I think regarding the flow, it would be much nicer if there's a cone in the midsection. So yeah, let me put some more welding on it and to have some more material to play with and see how it's going to look afterwards. You cannot imagine how much stuff like this bothers me. It's in my eyes, it's so ugly, not because of the color, but there are so many small holes, pinholes in there. My plan was to fill them with solder, as you saw, but yeah, that was a huge mistake. It didn't work, and this thing just died on me, so I cannot even fine grind this. And I hate to finish this on another day, but I feel like I'm forced to. Maybe my bigger grinder will help, but it's not fine enough for this kind of detail. I will try. Oh my goodness, it's about 3 hours later and I'm starting to like the result. So I think I re-welded this area about 7 times, grinding, welding, and of course after all that welding, those pipes were completely bent because of the heat which went in there. But I don't know what you think. Finally, this area, which was so hard to do, is looking much nicer, and I think I'm going to ceramic coat this with a special Cerakote, which is meant for exhaust headers should isolate the heat a little bit, but in the end it's just a cosmetic thing. So, like I mentioned in a previous video, or in the previous video, installing this engine will be really difficult because of the needed engine mount. And I decided, because this engine also needs a clutch, I custom fabricated, machined this flywheel. This flywheel accepts this Bayer 5B centrifugal clutch. Oh my god. In German it's Fliehkraftkupplung. So by the way, you can learn some German here. And yeah, this is custom fabricated for those clutch shoes, and the clutch bell is already at the machine. And the difficult part is I want to use those 2 threads on each side of the engine block. And of course, since my clutch bell is going to be mounted on this billet piece, the positions between those 4 threads and the center line of the crankshaft must be really spot on. So this is, at least for me, a very difficult thing to do. And hopefully the plan I have in mind to how to machine this whole billet piece will work out, but I think I will know this in a couple of hours, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. Oh, by the way, it's here. So this needs to be over there, and everything needs to be mountable in the frame. Not easy for me. So the whole engine mount will be machined out of this piece, and I already glued the contour on here just to see if it's going to work. Hopefully my strategy will work, and so let's make some chips. So while the machine is making the finished path for the clutch bell bolt pattern, I could not resist and did the first ceramic coat on the header. Finally, you can see I decided to go with the gold style, and although I think it looks a little bit different on my screen than it looks in person, I think it's going to turn out really nice in the end. Okay, after hours and hours of machining time, the engine mount is finally finished, and I'm really satisfied, to be honest. I think it looks nice, and I think I machined away about 85% of the aluminum I showed you at the beginning. Unfortunately, I can't mount it right now because I need to disassemble my own flywheel, but you can see it's going to be a really nice tight fit. This fits over the clutch belt perfectly. Show you, this is going to be installed here. Oh, way too long. But at least to get an idea. Header is finished, coated, so I think even though I stopped counting hours today, I think the end result from today is quite nice. The dry sump tank is finished. Yeah, okay, so now we need to wait for a couple of boxes because I ordered some really crazy stuff, and when I talk about crazy stuff, you know that I'm serious. Yeah, just wait for the next episode. Hopefully we'll get a couple of boxes already tomorrow. And as usual, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.